Have you ever felt like you needed to explain your entire absence just to earn the right to start again? Welcome back to CreelTalk. This is episode 3 of the Rebound Code. Today we're diving into something that hits deep, the redemption shift. How to return after a misstep without the guilt, the over explanation, or the performance. But before we jump in, let's rewind for a moment. In episode 2 last week, we explored the ghosting reflex, that instinct to disappear when life gets heavy, goal slip, or self doubt creeps in. We talked about how ghosting isn't just something we do to people, it's something we do to our purpose, our progress, and sometimes even ourselves. The big lesson we learned was that avoidance feels safe, but it delays healing. And the longer we ghost our growth, the harder it feels to return. So today we're picking up right where we left off. Because once you've ghosted a goal, a rhythm, or a dream, how do you come back without guilt? How do you return without the apology tour? Let's talk about it. You fall off a goal, you disappear. Then, when you're ready to return, you feel like you owe an essay. Maybe 10 reasons why you missed, 3 paragraphs on guilt, a full recap of the spiral. But recovery doesn't require performance, it requires presence. Why do we feel the need to over explain after a fall off? Let me name that reflex. We feel like we need to overcompensate when we come back. We treat the return like a press conference. But why? Because shame convinced us that absence equals brokenness. So we think redemption has a look like flawless relaunch. One time I disappeared from a content rhythm for 2 weeks. When I came back, I almost recorded a 5-minute story explaining everything that went wrong until I asked myself, what if I just resume with value? I didn't owe my absence or my audience a breakdown. I owe them my return. There's a difference between being honest and being performative. Transparency says, here's what happened, here's what I've learned. Oversharing says, let me earn your trust back by telling you everything that went wrong. But hear this, leadership isn't proven through pain broadcast, it's proven through resilience rhythms. Let's flip the expectation. When you come back, you don't have to prove worthiness, you don't have to explain absence. Here's a framework to shift your comeback mindset. I call it the 3 R's return method. 1, reset. 2, recommit. Resume. So let's break it down. 1, reset. Clarify where you are now. Let go of old metrics. You're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. 2, recommit. Choose your next step. Not everything, just one. Momentum begins with movement, not mastery. What's one thing you can do today that honors your growth? 3, resume. Deliver your value quietly. No fanfare, no applause needed, just consistency. So try this. Text your accountability partner, your coach, or even yourself. I am resetting. I'm recommitting. I'm resuming. No shame, no overthinking, just progress. No overtalk, no guilt, no apology tour, just presence plus intentions equals trust rebuilt. Let's talk about the hardest person to face, the one in the mirror. You don't need to justify your comeback to yourself either. You don't need to explain why you paused, why you doubted, or why it took you so long. You just need to begin with grace, no guilt. Self trust isn't rebuilt through punishment, it's rebuilt through action. One step, one promise kept, one moment of showing up. You don't need to be hyper visible to be trustworthy. You just need to be consistent enough to come back. So if you've let yourself down before, let this be the moment you lift yourself up without shame, without noise, just you choosing again. You don't owe the world your struggle story to be worthy of leadership. Some of the most powerful leaders I know don't announce their return. They show up with grace. They execute with clarity. They prove recovery through rhythm, not narrative. If you're ready to rise again, do it softly, do it steadily, do it like your legacy depends on it because it does. So here's your challenge this week. Pick one goal you fell off. Text your accountability partner. I'm resetting, I'm recommitting, and I'm resuming. If you don't have a partner, text yourself. Write it in your journal. Say it out loud. No shame, no theatrics, just movement. If you're loving the rebound code, next time we're diving into reputation equity, how owning your misses publicly builds legacy. Until then, my friend, return without theatrics, lead with quiet power. That's what shifts the culture.